Pratik Agarwal is Chief Investment Officer at ASK Investment Managers. He's joining us right now to answer some questions on the market. Pratik, thanks very much. Do you reckon the correction we've had from the highs kind of is okay for now, or do you think that there needs to be there will be more profit taking? I'm just trying to understand what you think is the slightly more near-term trajectory for the market.
Yeah, so in the near term, what is happening is we are seeing profit booking from people who came in early when the markets were down. We are also seeing some amount of money being taken off the table by people who stayed put in the month of January. So market went down, they came up, and this always happens. And then of course FIIs who were consistent buyers over the last 2 odd months, with the dollar volatility, have turned sellers over the last few days. So those are the things which have happened. It's good for the market to take a pause. I think we expect the valuations to sustain given good liquidity and low interest rates. And this time around, it is not low interest rates only on the GSEC. It is also low interest rates across the board. So there has been a reasonable amount of pass-through by the lending entities. So given that kind of a situation and consistent improvement in economy, so yes, some indicators are stagnating, but by and large, we continue to see improvement. We do believe, markets should sustain lower valuations, these valuations, and consolidate for some time before coming back.
I mean, there is the US elections also, right? I mean, if you go back to 2016, the US markets corrected all the way into the US election results. And I think on the day of the result, there was a big correction. The next day, the rally started, which basically then did not stop for a year, all the way. I mean, it ran all the way into the next year, 2007, late 2017, and then we got the first kind of pullback. But the US also is down 10% from its highs already. So, I mean, is it done? Is there more? We'll see. Pratik, your thoughts on whether the underperformance in banks, financials will correct a little bit, or do you think in a large way investors have given up trying to figure out, because there's a fair bit of complexity involved there. It's very macro linked, and the macro is in a tough shape right now. So is there any point trying to, and most institutional investors you speak to still own fair quantities of these names like HDFC Bank, ICICI, etc. So there is an ownership issue as well. But what do you think?
No, so we do believe this is a cheap part of the market. Yes, there is an overhang of NPAs. We do expect NPA reporting to be higher. And yes, there will be some amount of loan losses, but loan losses would be significantly lower than the NPAs themselves. We, like I said before, we do expect economy to be ticking back. Our thesis is that financial 22 should be better than financial 20, which would then mean that by then, somewhere in the journey, the financials should again come back. More focused on retail kind of financials, where granularity is higher. So two-wheeler manufacturers, CV manufacturers, vehicle financiers, gold financiers kind of entities are what we really like. Yes, there is stress in housing finance kind of space, especially the premium end, and also travel tourism, aviation kind of spaces if somebody has a large exposure there. And yes, telecom, apart from the largest entities, others do present some amount of concern for the lenders. But a lot of these things are sectors which were already in stress. It's not new. We do believe, in financials, given that it grows faster than the economy as a whole, the more delay, the more time you get in between the problems getting recognized, the better it is for the financial intermediary. So, we have kept ourselves away from larger banks, by and large, focused more on retail oriented banks and NBFCs. Now, there is a complete change. Last year there was this concern that liquidity is tight and NBFCs could not grow. Now that situation has changed. For the best of NBFCs, which is where we focus on, they are able to raise monies at incrementally, cheaper cost versus last year, and are also seeing margin expansions. So yes, be ready for near-term volatility, but then as economy gains space, we should be seeing some positive moves here.
Prateek, what has changed in the last 2 months is that the outlook on IT is getting better. The companies had guided that in the September quarter, we will see growth. But, the way HCL Technology guided, they upped their guidance. They're talking about a 3.5% revenue growth for the September quarter. Accenture, the internals were strong on outsourcing and order book. It appears September is going to be better than what the street had anticipated 3 months ago. But the question is it in the price right now? Is there upside left?
Yeah, so that is an issue with every space in the market. Wherever you see business doing quite well, the market is quite efficient. It prices it in very, very quickly. So the whole thing is, can the numbers be even better than what people have built in? And the other thing is the durability of the same. So is it going to be just 1 quarter long improvement, or is it going to sustain for longer? At this juncture, we do believe, versus what IT companies have seen over the past 3 or 4 years, the next 2 or 3 years would be significantly better in terms of growth. So a larger size entity and with better growth outlook is a good combination. If I can speak of what we have done, well, we did not have any significant exposure to this space for multiple years, but now we do have some exposure to this space. We do believe things are looking up relative to other spaces and relative to itself, what it had seen over the past few years.
Prateek, any thoughts on Bharti, briefly?
Don't like to do single stock, but what I will do is to give you, some this thing on the sector. So it is de facto a 4 player space. MTNL, BSNL, clearly getting marginalized. Idea Vodafone, is a weak 3rd player, and initially there was this thought that if the market consolidates into top 2, it will be good. Either you will gain more subscribers before the ARPU moves up, or ARPU moves up and you have better margins and cash flows. Now it does seem like it is not a market which is comprised of 2 large strong players. It is increasingly seemingly a market which has got 1 very strong player, the other okay player, the 3rd considerably weak player, and the 4th marginalized. So it is that kind of polarization that we are seeing in this space. This is a space where capex would be required. The largest player is without debt. Everybody else has debt. That itself skews the marketplace quite a bit versus expectation of ARPU increase if the largest player doesn't do it, the others can't do it. So increasingly it is becoming the largest players take all kind of a market. The pace of taking it all is what remains to be seen.
Yes.
So others may present a trade.
Okay.
But
Thanks. Yes, we leave it at that. Unfortunately, completely run out of time, but your point is taken on the telecom space. We need to get into a break. We'll come back and talk about the technology space.